Hi, welcome to this week's recipe, which is Delia's last-minute Christmas pudding. What makes this recipe different from the traditional ones is that it uses any of the ready-made mincemeat. So what ingredients will you need? 150 grams of self-raising flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of ground mixed spice, 2 medium eggs, 50 grams of butter that needs to be softened, 75 millilitres of black treacle, 120 millilitres of Irish stout, 2 tablespoons of dark rum, 75 grams of bramley cooking apples which have been peeled, cored and finely diced, 25 grams of toasted flaked almonds, 170 grams of currants, 411 gram jar of mincemeat. You can choose any of the different types that are available in the shops, the grated zest of an orange and the grated zest of a lemon. Now to start the pudding, sift into the bowl the 150 grams of self-raising flour. To this add the 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of ground mixed spice. Now break in the 2 medium eggs. The eggs I'm using are from our chickens, and you can see the nice dark yolks they have. Add the 50 grams of softened butter to this mixture and then leave it to one side while we prepare the wet ingredients. In a new bowl or jug, put 2 tablespoons of black treacle. Pour in the 120 millilitres of Irish stout and then the 2 tablespoons of dark rum before mixing everything together. Now pour the stout mixture into the other ingredients in the first bowl you put aside earlier and blend everything together with a hand mixer or a whisk. Once mixed, add the 75 grams of finely diced bramley apples and the 25 grams of toasted flaked almonds. Sprinkle over the grated lemon zest and the grated orange zest. Add the currants and finally the 411 gram jar of mincemeat. Now with a wooden spoon mix all the ingredients together, and if traditionally you make a wish when making your Christmas pudding, now is the time to do so. Once mixed, place the mixture into a well-greased 1.2 litre pudding basin, or in my case I'm using a Mr. D's pudding tin, which also needs greasing. Then cover the mixture with a piece of greaseproof paper that has been cut into a circle. Now put on the lid if you're using a Mr. D's pudding tin, or if you're using a stoneware pudding basin, you will need to make a foil lid and a string handle so that you can lift it out once it's been cooked. In the bottom of your thermal cooker inner pot, place a trivet and put the pudding tin on top. Carefully fill with water until it comes halfway up the side of the pudding tin or basin. Turn on the heat, remembering that if you're using a Mr. D's thermal cooker, this could be gas, electric or induction. Place the lid on the inner pot and bring to the boil. Once boiling, turn down the heat and simmer for 30 minutes. This may seem a long time, but remember, if you were cooking your pudding in the conventional way, it would be simmering on the gas for anything up to 4 hours. After 30 minutes, put the inner pot into the insulated outer container, shut the lid and leave to cook for a minimum of 6 hours. We like to leave ours cooking overnight so it is ready to be taken out in the morning. And there you have Delia's last-minute Christmas pudding. This can be eaten immediately, or if you're making it beforehand, it can be heated up again in your thermal cooker on Christmas Day.